Hello there, people. My name is Sho, and welcome to an episode of Game Things. Moving straight into the Flash news, releasing in less than 14 days, the Chinese mythology action RPG Black Myth Wukong had just released its final trailer for the game before its official release on August 20th for the PlayStation 5, Xbox Series X and Series S, and PC. The use of Buddhist mantra for the music in this trailer is a banger, by the way. I was not ready for that, but it sounded so badass and I really loved it. Definitely give it a watch. And I gotta say, this is one of the few games where I'm genuinely interested to play it early and would not mind splurging a little money just to play it as soon as the game releases. And the reason I can spend a little more for the month of August is all thanks to the release of EA's Star Wars Jedi Survivor. Yes, this is the last big Star Wars title, which is coming on September 17 for the PlayStation 4 and Xbox One, which I have no business with, but good news regardless to those who are still on the last gen consoles. Know that the long-needed PC optimization for a great number of players out there is acknowledged by EA themselves, but we will still have to wait for an exact date in the coming weeks. And boy oh boy, here comes another Souls-like game that is in the making. This time it is an attempt from the South Korean developer and publisher Nexon. This is the First Berserker Khazan with an expected release in year 2025. Judging from the 15 minutes of gameplay review trailer alone, I really like the theme and the graphical effects whenever your weapon swings and hits. But I believe it lacks a little soul element in it, specifically the parry system in this game. From what I was able to gather from the few sections of the combats, it seems like a pre-parry and a perfect parry doesn't reward or punish the players all too differently, and what this would do ultimately to the game is that players are incentivized to use pre-parry because you will be able to block the attacks risk-free and without much downsides anyway, making your gameplay basically just a little dull. I guess you will go hit, hold parry until the boss lands its attack, rinse and repeat. But that is just me, of course. I still think this is a game worth looking forward to. Regardless, players on the PlayStation 5, Xbox Series X and Series S, and PC can enjoy this game on its release in the year 2025. Moving on, the upcoming Lollipop Chainsaw Repop just got its new release schedule for its audience living in North, Central, and South America, as well as Europe. The game's release date will now be pushed forward for a full 2 weeks' time, making the game available digitally on September 12th, while the other parts of the world will still be following the original release date of 26th of September for the digital version. Then, one of the big news is definitely yet another round of layoffs that happened this month at Bungie. This time, there are about 220 people that were laid off according to a report from Bloomberg. Several employees that were interviewed, both current and former employees, pointed their fingers on the rapid growth the company is facing and being a little too ambitious, which led to the company spreading their resources too thin by pushing too many projects all at the same time, rather than focusing on its core moneymaker, Destiny 2. The supposedly Destiny 2 spin-off game known as Payback were also forced to be called off to shift its resources, focusing on Marathon, the upcoming multiplayer first-person shooter. Hence, it is more than likely that the players are not going to get a Destiny 3 anytime soon. Not only from Bungie, it seems like both Koku and Paradox Interactive, the developer and publisher respectively, who are behind the upcoming Prison Architect 2, is facing some difficulties meeting the original expected release date of September 3rd, citing more time is required to focus more on performance and content. Note that the game was originally scheduled for a March 26 release, then delayed to May 7th, then again to September 3rd, and now being delayed indefinitely. To be fair, I believe the switch from the original Prison Architects top-down, much simplified graphics to the new 3D graphics on top of introducing multi-floors and new behavioral system definitely introduce higher level of complexity for game development, so I can understand the need for more time to fine-tune the game. On the other side of argument, it is also concerning, especially at a time like this where layoffs are happening everywhere, to see game studios putting their games on delay or worse still, indefinitely delaying it. On the bright side, the team is offering refunds on all platforms to those who have pre-ordered the game, and the original pre-order items will now be included into the base game when the game is made available for purchase in the future. Last on the list, you would have thought that this is the end of game delays. Imagine delaying your game to early 2025 just because you want to avoid the quote-unquote very busy period in the Game Pass subscription schedule. And here we have the game that does exactly that. It is Avowed from Obsidian Entertainment, or aka the Xbox Game Studios family. Here's my honest opinion on this. While the statement makes sense on your first read, but if you really give it a second thought, why would a company delay a game release when the game should have been ready by 2024? Now I'm assuming that it will be ready since the company themselves are the ones who set the initial 2024 release date. But no, the company is holding it back because they think you don't have enough time to play other Xbox Game Studio games that are coming out, according to the official Xbox Twitter account. This argument would work if we assume that the same player base plays all the game released by Xbox Game Studios, but we know this is not true. To those who wanted to try Avowed, this game is now targeting to release on February 18, 2025. All in all, I just find this hilarious. And you can let us know what do you think about this decision in the comment section down below. Coming to the game releases of this week, while the game was released back in January 18, 2024, Prince of Persia: The Lost Crown is an action side-scroller from Ubisoft that just made its way to Steam or PC this week, available right now. SteamWorld Heist 2 is a turn-based combat 2D comedy game that is made available now on PlayStation 4, PlayStation 5, Xbox Series X and Series S, Xbox One, Nintendo Switch, and PC. Finally, we have Fate Stay Night Remastered, an anime visual novel that is rich in storytelling, also available now on Nintendo Switch and PC on Steam. As for the free games, on the Epic Games Store, you can claim yourself a copy of Signy All Guns Blazing, which honestly looks crazy with all the high quality graphics and animations. There's also another game called DNF Duel, a 2D PvP fighting game that is still on my Steam wishlist until this date, so I will gladly take it for free. If you play Apex Legends, there is Conduit Free Unlock Bundle, which you can claim if you were to play the game through Epic Games Store. All of the above mentioned freebies can be yours for as long as you claim them by or before August 15. As a final note, thank you Game Informer for your 33 years of gaming news and reviews. I wholeheartedly appreciate all the things that you have brought to the gaming community throughout the years. And that marks the end of this week's episode of Game Things. Consider giving this video a thumbs up if you find it helpful, subscribe and click on the bell so that you will receive notifications whenever we have a new upload here on YouTube.